What up? What's going on out there? Looks like Bitcoin's coming to pretty good reversal on the last dip. I never got to 3,300, but we did follow the support line. It came when we finished yesterday. It was coming down. I was hoping to stay above this line. It certainly did. It reversed, went into the 13 over the 8, and kind of bounce, and then broke over the 13. Now we can watch the 8 cross over. This is a 4-hour chart. I'm going to go ahead and change this to... how do I get rid of this? Delete. I'm going to change this to a 5-hour chart. I like the 5-hour chart. I'm stuck on these Fibonacci numbers, that's all. So you can see more clearly the balance line that I put in place. So a nice hammer, bounced over previous lines of support, stayed in, bounced over the 8 into the 13 and kept going, bounced over the 13 back into the 13 for support. I wouldn't mind a little bit more retracement. Sorry, my coffee's ready. The espresso machine creates all things that are beautiful in this world. So anyways, I think that we got a slight reversal coming in. Again, another reverse head and shoulders. So all the way down, and it's been trying to find a bottom over and over and over again. The same pattern. And that's something to watch for when you're looking for a bottom on anything. The same pattern kind of appears out of nowhere. So there we have it. I got 8 more minutes. We had I'm still in steam. I'm waiting for a nice pop. Some of these that have popped already on the daily kind of broke out, came back into support. Now a continuation coming. Nice cross EVX over the 34 on the weekly, and on the daily it came all the way back in. So this candle that's continuing on the week already popped and already came back in. So remember those pops and then come back in to buy your support line. RLC coming across the 34. Nice. Again, I'm using this simple moving average 34 and the T3s, the 8, the 13. Over here I got the T3s. I've been really missing some very close, tightly wound up bottoms, and so I've been using the 3, the 5, and the 8 on my intraday charts. So you can see, let me see if I can find something. Let me test this out. Okay, so maybe just a little bit more here. Ooh. Look at the pop over here, where the 3 crosses over the 8 and the 5, and then the 5 crosses over the 8. So building support, and then we watch for the previous high break pop. And then I got the 3 over the 5, I got the 3 over the 8, and then the 5. I always want to stay above the 8. So basically, price crosses over the 8, I'm out. Depends on what time frame you're using, but if you're doing a long-term chart for 3 to 6 months to a year, you're using the weekly chart. If you're using a daily chart, you're using it for maybe a month, stuff like that. Time frames vary on the amount of time that you're going to use it for. XRP, everyone's talking about XRP. Let's check it out. Weekly chart Had a nice pop a few months back, so everyone's been watching it. I remember that pop. Came all the way back into support, held the 8, and now it's coming back across the 8 on the weekly chart. So something to watch. I'm not sure. We're definitely above trend change stuff, above 34 on the weekly. Is it going to start building across the 8? I'm going to have to ask to hold above the 8 and close the 8 until Saturday, where the new weekly candle comes out. And then I'd like to anticipate. Anyways, so if it crosses over the 8, I would use that as your support line. It looks pretty volatile. I mean, anyways, it just had a pop. Let it come back in and come and grab you. Remember the pop? Let it come back in and grab you. Because it gets extended from its moving averages, so you gotta be patient. You gotta pay attention to Bitcoin on the open here. We got just 4 minutes. Let's go through a few more here. VIA. All these are breaking moving volume averages as well. VIA is coming from a bottom, so any previous high breaks. Looks like a little whipsaw too on the. Look at that inverted hammer right over support. Do not neglect inverted hammers over support. GBRP. I like that pattern on the weekly. Little W. Let's see if we can't get this thing running across. Nice hammer on the daily. So stay above the hammer. Nice. ARN. Look how tight that is on the weekly chart. See how tight it is? Watch for any kind of whipsaws. But ARN, I'd keep that on a close watch. I got a 3-bar pattern across the 34 there. Nicely done. POA. Look at the pattern here. It's gaining support. Watch for a previous high break. Had a nice little evening pop there. End of day pop. Not sure about this one yet. BCH ABC. But you can see the pop, previous pop, and then the stair step into support. So the weekly is pretty young on the data, so it held support, came into support. So if we can't get a weekly reversal on this, I'd watch that one. But I don't think it's ready yet. Look at the pop, back into support. Look at the hammer there. Stay above the hammer on the daily for support. Nice hammer right above support. Watch those patterns right above the 34. I think nice swing across the previous highs at the end of the day there. I think we were watching Loom for a previous high break. It got knocked back for a rejection style, but it's got a 3-bar reversal there. Go on 1 more minute. How did Steam close? Oh, where'd he go? Oh, I was looking for a nice pop from. Let's change this to a sooner. Let's change it to. You can see on the intraday chart, Bitcoin hourly chart, very clear as day, a reverse head and shoulders. Look at the right shoulder come into the head, just it's a what you call clockwork. Oh my god! Just the top of the head there, where the right shoulder came in to sling back. Very nicely done. Neckline broke. Boom. Back in. Watch for the previous high breaks for continuation. I gotta erase all these lines. I get out of control. Out of control, man. Freaking out, man. It's very simple. Very, very nicely done. Clockwork right there. That's like the, I don't know, half dozen reverse head and shoulders. Here's another one. This was a head and shoulders top up here. I can't go back that far. There's two in one picture there. That's 20 days, 30 days old. I think there was another one in here. They're just all over the place. Reverse head and shoulders price pattern. One of these times it's going to catch. And we're going to find that bottom. Let's see here. Let's find the longer term charts on the close here. Still waiting for confirmation on the weekly chart. Oh, look at that. Daily. Same as that line of support on the reverse head and shoulders, in and around here. I was thinking 3,300. It didn't come down all the way. So maybe a spike down to look forward to. I don't know yet. But it's just like clockwork. That daily has a nice reverse head and shoulders on it. Right shoulder's been elongated. Very drawn out, so I'm thinking consolidation style. And then on the weekly, you got a nice cup and handle. So I guess the daily, you can say it's a cup and handle too, but I like to include that left shoulder over there. Real left shoulder action. The head, the right shoulder. Just waiting for confirmation. Still waiting. Waiting. Strat. What up, Manny? You in here? So, waiting on 3480. I'm going to set my alarm. Alert, alarm, whatever. This looks pretty volatile here. OBV's increasing. Price coming down. That's a what do you call that? A divergent. A divergence. Looks like XRP. It's got some volume on the open. Let's check that bad boy out. Might as well. Everyone's talking about it. There's a previous high break coming there. XRP going for the win. It's pretty far and away on its 5-hour chart. I'm not sure if it has any gusto to keep going. Might just put an intraday 3-bar top there. I don't know yet. It's got to have some better volume. Get across. CDT. You hear me, Manny? Where you at? Don't be afraid. Watch signals on the open. And that accumulation pattern already broke out, came back in. Watch for a move. Today's going to break out, possibly. XRP still trying. CDT. POA was yesterday's high riser as well. XRP's got some volume. Not sure if it has enough to get across that 3-bar top though. Boom, 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 boom. Bitcoin has not moved. It's showing a 2-bar reversal, so maybe a comeback in. This looks like it wants to try. Watch for the spike low and reversal. PRD. poly to the top. Poly coming from a bottom. It's got some work to do on the daily and weekly. So maybe a bottom pattern there. It's coming into previous lows now. You can see that Fibonacci point, pivot point here, matching up with the previous lows. I like these Fibonacci pivot points. I don't usually use a lot of indicators aside from the OBV. And I'll use this William %R as of late. And then now I picked up this Fibonacci pivot points. Of course, volume, always. But usually it's just the OBV. Me candles in the OBV. And I always put my percent volume averages over here to make sure that things are moving on an average. Better than average. KMD. Oh yeah, KMD on that tight weekly pattern. Snap. Things get really violent when they get really tight and wound up. So watch for anything coming across the previous high breaks. That intraday looks pretty sweet. It's got some work to do, but I think if it closes up here at the 2-bar reversal off the bounce. Oh, this thing's so sensitive. It's off the top of my head. What's that pattern called? The 2-bar candle pattern. It's on the tip of my tongue. I can't remember. The kicker? No, kicker, but different. Oh. Candle open or closes down, but the next candle opens in and up. It's called oh my god. Oh, forget about it and remember. Just a little rusty. KMD, S&T. Bouncing off the 34. It's got a nice pattern coming off the bottom. Key. Just watching key. Has a nice little J curve there, ready to make a move. Is it gonna make a move? Be a nice little pop off the daily. Coming into previous lows. Breaking into previous lows. Could just ride up that range. Got a previous high, previous low area here. Magically, the 34 is at its resistance. It's magic. Fuel, popping its head up. Key, MTL, poly. MTL made a little move. Signals. Oh, these guys owe me money. I hope I don't miss it. XRP's trying. It's moving up in the ranks. 6% of the average volume. Still chugging along, making previous high break on the intraday. Let's see what it's got. Is it going to break free? It's got some resistance up above, but it's clear skies after that. XRP, just a little bit more work. I don't see anything else. Oh, I scared him off. That sucks. Poor Manny. Wish the rest of you guys would come in and have a chat. Do some trading. Come on, you can do it. Link had a good run a few days ago. Watch for a previous high break for continuation. Nice higher low if it confirms that previous high break. XRP still chugging along. I wonder if it's got any gusto to get up to 12. No, 10. Was that 10 or 11? Oh. Let's call it 1075. Come on, Bitcoin, do something. No, it looks like Steam opened down too. For a better open than that. I was looking for a better bounce off the 34 too, so I don't want to get stuck below the 34. So I gotta pay attention. XRP still moving it. Going for the win. You can see how far extended it is from its averages on the 5-hour chart. See a spike high, a little production value. I'm going to call it even after that. Here comes Bitcoin off the races too. See if we can't get above that 8 again. Come on, Bitcoin, you can do it. Give us a continuation. Coffee break. IOTA. What's that been? Previous high break on intraday. One of those nice looking patterns on the looks like a left shoulder ahead, right shoulder coming in on IOTA. Looks like it fell over pretty good after the last pop. VIB, still waiting for a pop on that bad boy. Nice. Do it, do it, do it, Bitcoin. Come on. I love it. Could be the bottom we're waiting for. It's a nice reverse head and shoulders pattern break. It's just textile. If we don't, I need a confirmation though. We broke the neckline, but I need a confirmation on the previous high breaks. Well, guess what? XRP, it fell back from its high already. Needs a lot of volume to keep going at this height. It's far extended from its averages, so watch for a pullback. It's over the 34, so watch for maybe a 34 daily pullback. Could be pretty good. Unless it wants to go all the way into resistance. It's got to get a lot more volume to get over that hump. It's doing good though. Let's watch those numbers pass by. Looks like 9.6 is coming up on a Fibonacci. Can't believe I scared Manny off. What up with that? I gotta say that the weekly on the XRP looks phenomenal. I mean, look at that previous high break. It's going to be a doozy. So I'd watch. Definitely watch for that. But it's got some work to do, you know what I mean? So maybe after it makes its little rise, maybe a retracement coming back into support kind of situation by it. Maybe at the 93 level, 94 level. See, I already made another push past 3%. It came back in already. I think it's losing some gas. pick it up on the cheap. These things always retrace pretty fast too, so put your order in at, don't never go all in, by the way, 94, 93.7, all the way into 92. Just put some orders in all the way down into support. Let it come down and grab you. Come down and get you. I don't see anything else coming in. XLM on, I didn't see that. It's got some daily problems down here. Broke down. Nice open though. Could be a bottom. Look at that bottom. Nice hammer. Pop into support. Pop, pop, pop into the 34. And it's got some problems underneath the 34, 8, and 13 on the daily though, so the trend turned over. So watch yourself. The intraday might be looking good, but the longer term is bearish. So watch yourself. OMG, popped its head up. Another one of those little patterns on the bottom. I always notice those patterns. They're all acting in the same kind of fashion. Watch for a previous high break. Could get a pop over that 34. Look how tight that weekly is. Could be a true bottom on OMG. Where's XRP gonna go? Where is it gonna go? I actually scratched that little advice I gave earlier. I would be more in the 88 to 85 range on my purchases. That is all in due course if it breaks down the previous highs at 93 and a half. If it stays above 93 and a half, I would stay above there on my support. If it breaks that, then I would look for deeper retraces from 88 to 86, 85 and a half. Got a huge reversal on the weekly. Yeah, so make sure you stay above the support, previous high breaks. I'm going to say 86 is a good number if it breaks down. Link OMG looks good. Looks like XLM off the bottom still. It's got some problems. It's below the averages on the. It's hard to catch a knife, you know what I'm talking about? Gotta find that support. Buy into support, not into resistance. XRP is hanging 10, man. Ain't a lot of selling going on. It's still pushing on the next candle over. If it breaks previous highs, I would take it. I don't know about that. It's just overextended. I don't trust it. Take it. It's got some volume still. 16% of the average volume. Everyone's talking about it today, so maybe it's the hype. Stay above 9.5. Bitcoin broke previous highs. Let's do it. Let's break that 3480. Let's do it. Come on, Bitcoin. It's like a link. Link had a burst of energy. Let's see what's going on there. The intraday chart looks fine. Previous high breaks. Weekly had a bounce. Yeah, link looks pretty good. XRP over 3% again. It's got to break that previous candle. It's got to make those higher highs, you know what I mean? It's coming up on a Fibonacci pivot point at 96.5. Watch for those exhaustion moves. Come on, Bitcoin. Do it. Do it. I scared Manny away. I got a double top on XRP. Intraday. Careful now. Stay above that 9.5. I don't know. Double top showing, maybe a retrace back into support. See what it does. Still got some good momentum. Oh, I think I'm going to call it. Appreciate you guys. Follow me on Stimit. Please get yourself over to Discord. I really want to get a good conversation going on what's going on out there. We can talk about gold, silver, I think the Fed negated on raising future interest rates. I think the president got to him. It's a shame that the Fed has gone political, and they were planning on tanking the economy. So if anyone was watching, there's link, previous high break. Watch that. Just came through. Link for the win. So yeah, we can talk about that retracement on silver, and then the boom time on gold and silver. We can talk about the interest rates that they aren't going to raise anymore, and they actually reversed. We can talk about all that stuff. And any other miners. So I love me some Bitcoin. I'm looking for that bottom. So if you ever have a chance, buy me some coffee and some Litecoin money or Stimit. Leave me a tip on Stimit. Shout out to Math Worksheets. He always gives me a tip, and I always appreciate that. So shout out to Math Worksheets. I guess he's doing pretty good on Stimit. I mean, he's in there all the time making some coin. But I appreciate everyone. I'll see ya.